So, first of all, I'm very thankful to the honorable member from Umroi constituency, Shri George B. Lingda, who's the mover of this short duration discussion on the Rule 50. And I would also like to thank all the honorable members who have participated in this short duration discussion. Although it's a short duration discussion, but turned out to be a very important, long and exhaustive one. And I've made many important points, but let me tell you beforehand, they're all mixed up. And I will not be able to go point by point, but I will try my best to touch all the points that has been raised, very important points being raised by all the honorable members who have stood up and shared their concerns. So over the years, there have been a remarkable improvement of the condition of roads in our state, though force majeure oftentimes become inevitable, leading to dilapidation of the roads. In recent time, with the early onset of monsoon, the incessant rainfall has devastated the road to a certain extent, causing landslides in some stretches of road which have further damaged the road pavement. Over and above that, with increase in traffic density and introduction of multi-axle trucks capable of carrying beyond the permissible stipulated loading, especially in the rural areas, have not only degraded the riding quality of motorable roads, but have completely deteriorated the old ones, which are beyond the scope of any kind of repair works that can be taken up. For they have outlived their design lifespan and hence require rehabilitation. The Public Works Department, on the other hand, is continuously striving to take up regular repair works and upgradation of roads as and when required, despite the constraints of fund and factors mentioned in the first two paragraphs. On the recapitulation, it is worth mentioning that with the onset of the southwest monsoon, major damages has occurred across the state during the unprecedented record rainfall during the period from 2nd June 2022 till 17th June 2022. These include the third wettest and eighth wettest days of June in 122 years. Such rainfall triggered one of the most landslides, floods and rain-related damages in Meghalaya in recent years. The estimated cost of restoration of these roads and bridge assets are still being assessed, and the likely cost of repair and rehabilitation will definitely be over 280 crores. The department has also prepared a comprehensive list on the damages that has occurred in the recent past for both temporary and permanent restoration. And it is also approaching either World Bank or Revenue Disaster Management Department for assistance and financial fundings. So this government share the concern of the honorable members about the condition of road infrastructures in the state, and thus felt the need to improve and restore the condition of the damaged road in the state. In this regard, this government left no stone unturned to find out ways and means to address this problem. Every year, the allocation of roads and bridges have been increased, and to meet the development aspirations of the state and its people, few new initiatives have also been introduced, like the Systematic Maintenance Program, SMP, for improving the condition of existing roads by way of periodical renewal and existing surface so as to increase their lifespan. Many other schemes for improvement the condition of existing road infrastructure have also been taken up under the general schemes and RIDF, which is under the state plan. The government further intensifies its objectives by availing funds from the Government of India for improving the condition of road infrastructure in the state under the programs like NESIDS, NERSDS, PMGSY, etc. Sir, I have a very long list with me. in regards of many schemes, state and central, sir. So since we have taken so much time in this regard, I think it would not be recommendable for me to read out the whole thing. But then I assure you, sir, that, and to all the members who have taken up the issue in regards of the devastated condition of our roads and communications, sir. Yes, without doubt, sir, we have seen, we have faced, and we have experienced a lot of damages as read in regards of roads and transportation in the state, sir. I would like to give an assurance that all roads are being monitored very aggressively. Yes, there will be difficulties in funds, there will be difficulties in one-two related matters in restoration of all these roads, but I assure you that all proposals or the roads that have been devastated are taken into consideration, and they will be monitored very aggressively and will be allotted as soon as possible in regards of the funds availability and other constraints faced by the department. Before I continue my speech, I would just like to inform the House that, like being told by the honourable members, that this discussion is exhaustive and is related to multiple departments: Transport, PWD, and the Home Department. So I will be talking about many of the points that have been raised by the honourable members, except for the matters related to the traffic management system. As this matter is in court, and it would be sub judice for me, I think, to discuss and reply against this particular traffic congestion thing. Although it's a very, very important, issue, no doubt about it, but it would be sub judice to discuss and reply about it since it's in court. But I will try my best to answer all the points other than the traffic congestion thing, as per noted by, or as per concern showed by the honourable members. I would start with the overloading. There was a issue raised by one of the honourable members in regards of the overloading of trucks plying in the roads of the state, particularly the trucks plying from the Umyam Dam. Yes, the Umyam Dam is a matter of concern, and I would like to inform the honourable member and the rest of the members in the House that the department, over the past few months, we have strictly deployed our officers in various sites to ensure that overloading trucks which are over the limit that has been set or given don't use this dam, as it can cause a very big damage to all of us. I just want to assure the House that the department has been working tirelessly to prevent and to monitor as aggressively as possible in regards of these trucks plying, especially particularly on the Umyam Bridge. In regards of the expiry of the Umyam Dam, one of the honourable member has spoken about the fact that the Umyam Dam is something very important. So as per the record, this particular issue in regards of the Umyam Dam, this issue has been taken up, and the department engaged a consultant to check on the feasibility of constructing a new 500-meter dam, and this matter is under investigation. This matter is under a lot of feasibility study. And I would request and also assure the House and the people of our state that we will be working tirelessly to find the best solution in regards of bringing a new bridge, a new dam, I would say. There was a matter raised by Honourable Member from Mawsynram, I think, related to the roads under construction from Umsherpi to Dauki, which is sponsored by the JICA, by the JICA project. There was a statement that was made, sir, in regards of the land acquisition problem. I don't think that statement is entirely accurate, sir, because there is no such record that says that there is an agreement between the department and the contractor, which might, the department might have to pay all the amount in regards of the delay of land acquisition, sir. And this matter is being taken up by the Revenue Department. And in regards of the delay in other packages of this particular projects, NHIDCL and the department is tirelessly looking after it so as to make it as soon as possible for the public to use it, sir. I don't doubt the fact that, yes, because of the delay and because of this problem and that problem, it has created a lot of problem to the passerby using this particular road. But at the same time, I also assure you, sir, that a lot of discussion has been made, a lot of decision also has been made in regards of making sure that this road is usable as soon as possible. So as I said, everything will be mixed up in my reply. So there's another point in regards of the pollution testing centers in the state. So in total, there are 16 testing pollution as of now, which are operational in the state. 6 in East Khasi Hills, 4 in West Garo Hills, 2 in Ribhoi district, 2 in West Jaintia Hills, and 2 in West Khasi Hills. That being said, sir, there are still which are under procedures, which are, which the department is thoroughly looking at their criteria, looking at their documents, which are capable of setting up a new testing centers. And also there is a plan, and I think also there is a plan by the department to encourage all petrol bunks which are available in the state to set up the pollution testing centers. Like the concern being raised by many honorable members in regards of the same, I would like to tell you that this matter is a matter of concern, yes, no doubt about it, and we are trying as much as possible, as soon as we can, to make sure that maximum number of pollution testing centers are erected in many areas so as to prevent more of the pollution that has been overflowing the state. The next point, sir, roads. In regards of the roads connecting different villages, under the PMGSY, many roads have been taken up, sir. In fact, DPR for a length of 626 kilometers are still under preparation by the PMGSY to connect each and every villages which are there in the state. And at the same time, I would also like to assure you that even those villages which are not in the DPR of the 626 approximately kilometers that we have tested will be looked into and will be considered as soon as possible and will be completed as soon as possible, sir. There was a suggestion given by one of the honorable member in regards of the skywalk in Kandailar for the safety of the passerby. yes, I think that is a very, very valid suggestion, and I will make sure that this particular agenda is also taken up, and with thorough inspection and many sittings, we will try to implement it, if at all possible, as quick as possible. Also, there was a suggestion being made by the same member in regard of the road from Khandailar. I think honorable member is talking about the road that leads us to the junction where Ajmera building is there. I think you're talking about that particular road, right? So you're absolutely right. That road is very, very congested, especially when cars are allowed to pass by it for a very short distance of minimizing a very small time limit. So we will look into it, sir, and will discuss in regards of this matter with the department concerned, and will take it up as soon as possible, and we will get it done, if at all possible, as soon as possible, sir. There was a point raised in regards of riders or drivers which are underage violators who are driving in the roads in the state of Meghalaya. Sir, I would just like to assure you here that from the department there is no license issued without following all the MVI laws or the criteria of it. And for those who are still driving without a proper license, who are minors, we could say, they are being checked and they are being stopped from time to time. But yes, maybe once, twice, up and down, there must be a leakage, we can say, or a situation where we are not able to catch them. But I want to assure the House that everything from the government side is being done, and we will make sure that whatever possibility we can put towards this, we will put more and more, so that we could prevent the violators, especially the minors who are driving their cars or bikes in the road, finish off as soon as possible, sir. There was a suggestion given by the honorable member, Mr. Saleng, in regards of blacklisting those contractors who are not religiously doing the job, or who are not very punctual with the projects that has been allotted to them. I think it's a very, very valid point by him, and I would also like to share with him that yes, I will also request the concerned department, the PWD Road Department, to look into this matter and make it a very important discussion to look after these type of contractors, and maybe yes, blacklist them if at all they are not if they are not doing their work properly. Also, there was a statement given by Sri Saleng in regards of the people of his constituencies blaming him in regards of the roads that are very bad, or the many issues. I think it won't be wrong to say that this is happening with all constituencies. This is the thing that's happening with many of the honorable MLAs who are representing their own constituencies, including mine. So I would like to, through you, sir, I would like to give an assurance to all the people residing in our state, belonging to different constituencies of Meghalaya. The government is considering all proposals. There is no such thing as the government not considering or religiously taking the matter when it comes to any proposals coming from any MLAs for that matter. But yes, we do have many problems. It can be problems related to funds, it can be problems related to wrong estimates, it can be problems relating to many things. But there is no such thing as not considering proposals from each and every MLA who's representing their constituency, be it the ruling or the opposition. I can assure you that. And that being said, we will try our level best. The government will try our level best, although I'm not in charge of the PWD Road Department, but I stand here to represent the government. So my assurance is the department's assurance that we will take up this matter and make sure that as soon as possible or as fast as it could get, we will try to resolve this issue. There were many points raised by Kong Amprin in regards of the clam cars in Limekura. Ma'am, being someone who traveled that road very often, I can also see that the system of clamming the vehicles by the roadside is creating a lot of congestion. It adds to the congestion that we already have. So I just want to tell you and the rest of the honorable members who are here in the House, we are working on a system which most of the states in India are implementing right now. This is a smart card system which has a chip in it. I don't know whether you have seen it or not, but there is a system that most of the states in India are using, which coordinates with the traffic department. How it coordinates? The traffic department has a particular machinery for this, and your registration certificate and your driving license will not be a paper or a laminated card anymore. It will be a smart card that will have a chip in it. Just this chip will allow the concerned department to know or to see records as fast as it can, to check on the amount of times that that a particular license holder or a particular RC holder of a vehicle, the registered vehicle, the amount of times that they have committed a crime like this, and will be working on it and will be deciding on how many chance of giving it, and after that, definitely the license or registration will be seized. So this is, I think, an answer to most of your clarification, ma'am. The garages, the repair shops that you were talking about, I think you're talking about the line in Demsenyong and all. Yes, it's creating a lot of traffic, a lot of congestion because of these garages parking those cars that are working on by the roadside instead of parking it inside their own premises. So we will have a discussion, ma'am, with the concerned department, and we will make sure that these garages or repair shops are notified in regards of this, and actions will be taken, ma'am, as soon as possible. Underage drivers, as I've mentioned, that yes, we are not issuing license to minors, underage drivers who are not 18 yet, but maybe there can be a glitch here and there, but we will be working on it as much as we can, because this is directly related to their own safety also. So we will be working on it, and as soon as possible, we will make sure that it all goes away. Spaces for disembarkment and embarkment to be looked into, ma'am. Let us see what can be done. And yes, it's a very genuine and a very valid suggestion given by you. Sometimes these, especially the local taxis or even private cars with drivers, their disembarkment time, if it takes only 2 minutes also, it creates a whole lot of line of vehicles towards it. So we will be looking into this matter also, ma'am, and it will be considered as much as possible as soon as we can. Compulsory parking spaces for car owners. Yes, this is one matter that has been discussed from time to time. From time to time, we have been sitting and we have been discussing with all the concerned authorities in regards of developing more and more parking lots in different areas, in different parts of the city, especially in those localities where a lot of vehicles are plying, and which is very, very important for compulsory parking spaces. In fact, we are even encouraging private people now who have a good amount of spaces in this particular area. We are in fact, we are even encouraging them that if they are not using that particular land for any personal projects or anything that they plan for, try and convert it into a parking areas, a reasonable parking areas, so that people who are applying and coming there to that locality for whatever work they may have, they could use it as a parking area. And I think you could see in your own constituency there are two very new privately owned parking lots that have been there, that have started a few months ago, and it's helping. Although it's not helping 100%, but I can say that 20-25% of these parking needed vehicles are using it, and it's creating a lot of difference as it can create. So these are the points that I have noted here, and I'm really sorry if there are points which I'm not able to note, but I'm sure that it will be in the notes of the other concerns who are here with us today. So I once again thank you. Once again, thanks the Honourable Member George from Umrah, who has raised this short discussion today, and I hope I could be able to cover up all the points that have been raised by many honourable members here. And with this few words and concerns, I would like to resume my seat, sir.